AMD FSR 3, Immortals of Aveum looks great with native AA mode, higher FPS with frame gen. The second game to feature support for AMD's FSR 3 technology is Immortals of Aveum, which just like Forspoken brings a huge performance uplift. Immortals of Aveum gets a big boost to FPS with FSR 3, native AA mode also uplifts visual fidelity. Immortals of Aveum also get upgraded with FSR 3 with the latest patch. The game gives you various modes letting you select between whether you want the best performance, the best image quality, or a balanced approach to both. Note, a restart is required every time you toggle the frame generation option. Also, unlike NVIDIA Reflex, AMD's Anti-Lag Plus technology is enabled through the drivers. In terms of performance, FSR 3 is bringing in some huge uplifts when upscaling is applied. The performance of both quality and performance presets is right on par with DLSS 3 without frame generation. And with frame generation enabled, you get a much better average FPS than DLSS 3 in the different presets. The only issue with frame gen on the AMD camp is that it leads to a massive variation between the average and low FPS. This is mitigated somewhat by enabling Anti-Lag Plus as it helps reduce the latencies, but it is something that AMD should address. As for FSR 3 AA, the mode leads to an average 10% performance hit over the native quality, which is lower than what we saw in Forspoken, which tends to take a 15 to 20% hit when enabling the AA mode, but the image quality produced is immensely good, and that's how one should play when running a high-end graphics card. By enabling FSR 3's frame generation and applying the AA mode, you are once again going to have the disparity between the average and low figures, but the overall FPS will see a boost. The game currently has no NVIDIA DLAA support, so going the FSR 3 AA route is your best option, and to be honest, Immortals of Aveum does a much better job in showcasing the strengths of the FSR 3 technology than Forspoken did. AMD's biggest edge with FSR 3 is that it is achieving visual fidelity on par with NVIDIA's DLSS 3, and adding frame generation support without the use of AI, which is something that NVIDIA is doing with its latest hardware. Since dedicated hardware is not a requirement, FSR 3 is supported not just for AMD Radeon cards but also for NVIDIA and Intel GPUs, making it a big win for gamers who want extra performance within their games. Plus, the addition of FSR 3 AA is a great step that can deliver some amazing visual quality that outshines the natively rendered output by a mile.